topic is mental age. Why did you choose this video? I chose this video because it gives a clear and important information about development during middle childhood, which is a crucial stage when children experience major cognitive, emotional, and social growth. Around the time marker 1:42, the video explains how children start forming their identity, which is fundamental to their overall mental development. As future educators, understanding this stage is essential. Why is it helpful for someone trying to understand the cognitive development topic? This video helps viewers recognize the cause and effect of the relationship between mental development and children's behaviors. Understanding mental age allows parents, teachers, and guardians to better interpret a child's actions and needs. This emphasizes how development influences decision-making, emotional regulation, and perspective-taking, which are vital for support to a child's development. Why is it helpful for your future as a teacher or for future teachers? Understanding mental age will help me adjust my teaching strategies to make my student cognitive capabilities. For instance, knowing that children might grasp abstract thinking at different ages will inform me how I can structure lessons and discussions. This will hopefully lead to more age-appropriate learning environments that encourage growth while being sensitive to emotional and social transitions. Second topic, intelligence quotient, IQ. Why did you choose this video? I chose this video because the speaker clearly explains what IQ means, how it is measured, and why it's only a piece of a much bigger picture when understanding children's intelligence. She simplifies the concept, like the bell curve and standard deviations, making it easy for both parents and educators to grasp. Why is it helpful for someone trying to understand the cognitive development topic? This video clarifies that IQ scores are not absolute defections of a child's abilities. It teaches that factors like exposure, environment, and effort can influence intelligence development. Understanding the idea helps viewers avoid making unfair assumptions based on IQ scores. Why is it helpful for your future as a teacher or for future teachers? Knowing the meaning behind IQ scores will help me avoid labeling students or limiting their potential. For example, if a student tests in the low average range, I would still create opportunities for that student to thrive rather than setting lower expectations. Not only that, but it is important for everyone to understand that an IQ test does not determine one's intelligence or capability. Topic 3. Emotional intelligence. Why did you choose this video? I chose this video because it gives valuable and relatable examples of how adults can better guide children's emotional growth. It highlights the idea that children are still learning emotional intelligence and that adults must model calmness, patience, and understanding. The video also mentions that parenting practices are powerful, reminding that children need guidance without anger, because their emotional and reasoning abilities are still developing. Why is it helpful for someone trying to understand the cognitive development topic? The video shows that emotional intelligence is not automatic and that it's something that must be nurtured over time. It explains that young children are new citizens of the world who often react emotionally because of the lack of the life experience to regulate themselves. This helps viewers recognize that emotions regulation is a cognitive skill that grows the proper adult, modeling a calm, consistent response. Why is it helpful for your future as a teacher or for future teachers? As a future teacher, understanding how emotional intelligence develops will be crucial. I will need to model emotional regulation myself by staying calm and even when the students are upset or misbehaving. So instead of overreacting with anger, I can use calm strategies to de-escalate the situation. This will help build a supportive classroom environment where students can feel safe learning how to manage their emotions in a healthy way. Module 9, topic, learning strategies. Why did you choose this video? I chose this video because it is an excellent example of a teacher modeling a learning strategy for students in a simple, engaging way, by demonstrating how to use the POW and the 3W techniques for writing. The teacher shows the students clear and structured methods for developing their ideas. Teaching the children these strategies not only helps them organize their writing, but also helps educators better understand how young learners process and apply writing skills. Why is it helpful for someone trying to understand the cognitive development topic? This video shows how using specific strategies helps developing important cognitive skills, because when children learn and practice structured strategies, they strengthen the executive function skills, which are critical for success in school and beyond. Why is it helpful for your future as a teacher or for future teachers? Learning strategies are essential tools for teachers because they help students become more independent, organized, and confident learners. By teaching students how to use strategies like planning, organizing, and self-monitoring, teachers give students the skills they need to approach challenging tasks with a clear plan. And to tie all of this together and give a little bit more support to learning strategies, we do not have our peer-reviewed journal article titled Game-Based Learning in Early Childhood Education, a Systematic Review and Meta-Analysis. Why did you choose this article? I selected this article because it provides a comprehensive analysis of how game-based learning strategies impact early childhood education, and its systematically reviews and meta-analysis approach offer robust evidence of the effectiveness of these strategies, making it a valuable resource for educators. How does it help you understand cognitive development in the middle childhood adolescence? The article highlights that game-based learning significantly enhances cognitive, social, emotional, and motivational and engagement outcomes in young children. Specifically, it notes a moderate to large effect on cognitive development, including improvements in problem-solving, memory, and attention. Understanding these impacts helps me appreciate the role of critical growth period. How could this article help your future teaching? In my future teaching, I can incorporate game-based learning strategies to foster a more engaging and effective learning environment. By understanding the specific benefits outlined in the article, I can tailor activities that not only make learning enjoyable, but also target key development areas such as cognitive skills and emotional regulation.
Now it's time to explain how I made this video possible. P.S. I tried recording myself explaining, but I kept stumbling over my words, so I'm using a voice reader for this part. To make this video, I started by creating a checklist to make sure I had everything required for the assignment. Once that was done, I found the videos I wanted to use and made sure they were relevant to the topics. After selecting the videos, I answered the questions that were provided. Then, I created an outline of what I wanted to talk about in the video. Basically a script that I could read and record. After that, I made a smaller outline to help plan how I wanted the video to be structured and organized visually. Once I had everything planned, I recorded my audio, brought it into my video editor, and started putting the video together. I added some drawings that I made and used images I found on Pinterest to help keep the video more interesting and less boring. Many unbearable hours later, I have finished making a video. Thank you so much for watching and hope that you enjoyed it.